I was just about to ask you that question, and you almost partially answered it. When you're flying these premium cabins, do you have a preference in terms of assigning weightage to the hard product versus the soft product? Because I mean, I'll give you my example. Sometimes what happens is the hard product may not be as per my expectations. I'm a really tall guy, so I sometimes don't find the beds very comfortable and things like that. But very often, if the soft product makes for it, if the service is good, if the food is good, I'm okay. I don't crib too much about it. So where do you stand with respect to that?
Exactly the same. Where do I lie would be more the thing, because when you're fully flat laid out, I'm a big guy, like I have broad shoulders. I'm just generally a heavy big guy, and I sleep on my side. And I like to sleep. I like to relax when I'm in business class or first class or whatever. I'm not the guy that's trying to pound away all the drinks on the menu and all the food on the menu just because I'm there. I'm happy to sort of eat my fill and then just sleep. And if there is a cabin and a seat that allows me to truly rest and enjoy the cabin. No, even if I'm not sleeping, I like to just lay down, watch TV, or do a bit of work, or whatever the case might be. Those are the things I value the most. And one of the things I've noticed as a trend is this entire, especially in the new business class cabins, is especially this thing about half your seat is under the seat in front of you when you're laid out. So half your bodies are under the seat in front of you. That's not really the best, especially for me. Like I said, I'm a bigger guy with broad shoulders. And if I sleep on the side, there's just not enough footwell space. And to me, that's the worst product out there. So I really enjoy, well, first class, because there's no going under the seat in front of you kind of deal there when you're laying down. But even business class seats and such, Oman Air is actually a great example. Their business class seat, I don't know what they're called. Perhaps they're basically like rectangular shaped seats, and no part of your seat is going under the seat in front of you. You have each person has their own little cubby or studio, even in business class, and really, really good seats because it allows you that space and allows you that movement within the space that you've been assigned in business class, let alone first class, which is exceptional. So yeah, to your point, I value my sleep, I value my space, and I definitely look for seats and configurations where half my body doesn't have to be under a seat in front of me, because those are just the worst setup or configurations for me personally.
I mean, you made the comparison about Oman Air being really good and not getting the same kind of limelight as opposed to their other Middle Eastern peers. If you fly Thai Airways, for example, Thai Airways business class is also a very good product. And somehow all the buzz is captured by Singapore Airlines, and people don't talk enough about Thai Airways. And back in the day, many years ago, when United Miles was still pretty useful, you could book Mumbai, Bangkok, or even I once flew Bangkok, Shanghai on Thai Airways business class. It was fantastic. It's just that people don't speak about it enough, and not enough people know about it.
I think it also comes with the immediate look and feel of a cabin, to be honest. And Thai Airways, much like many others that I'll speak about, is one of those where when you walk in, it doesn't scream opulence at you, even if it's in first class on their 380, or the business class product doesn't scream sort of that elegant and opulent, but they're super comfy. The seats are really nice, super spacious. The service levels are pretty good, even for Asian standards, really, really good. They may, again, not be Singapore level or Cathay level, but they are very, very strong. The food palette, again, suits my palate, so I enjoy them. And more importantly, on the ground, I really enjoyed Thai Airways lounges, because if you're in first, you get a free spa treatment, which, by the way, is the same as Oman Air. You get your 30-minute free spa treatment or a massage, very similar to what Thai does. I think Thai does a full hour if you're in first class, and about 30 minutes if you're in business class in Bangkok, which is amazing. So yeah, when you look at the overall package, it's amazing. But as most things go with media, social media particularly, it's whatever stands out aesthetically is what gets the most sort of news, as opposed to whatever stands out, say, for a family. And that's a very different component that doesn't get spoken about as much in the points and miles world. Is very easy for me when I'm traveling by myself, just as a single person, doesn't have to worry about kids or other family members as expectations and such. And very different for, hey, you're a young father yourself, so you know this. When you have a kid in tow, it's very different, and the kind of experience that you get is very different. The kind of experience you expect is very different. So all of that gets put in, right? So if you ask a family what their favorite business class is, theirs could be very different to somebody that only travels by themselves for work or whatever the case might be.
I mean, in my experience, I've seen with all the Asian carriers, I've done a ton of travel in the last couple of years. We've also went to the US once, but we did Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, pretty much most of the Southeast Asian continent. And I would see across the board, whether you're flying coach or premium cabins, the service levels are excellent. And you don't really see much of a difference. The moment they see you with a kid, they immediately treat you in a very different way. I remember when we were flying on the A380 Mumbai to Singapore, it's the flight that leaves at night and reaches early in the morning. Immediately had the captain come over, say hi, asking if they want to, whether my daughter wants a glass of milk, and giving her the little teddy bear. These little things, that you usually never thought about before, but it makes your trip very comfortable. They got an extra blanket. They have these little touches, which make it a very, very nice experience for you.
100%. And I don't think anybody comes, this is an honest opinion, anybody comes even close to what Singapore does with when kids are in cabin. And I've seen that, not that I've traveled with kids, but I've seen that when I've been traveling. When was it? Actually, you would like this. Here's a cricket connection. One of my favorite flights, for all the wrong reasons, I suppose, was my long haul from Singapore to San Francisco in Singapore business class. And there were a couple of kids in there, and the way they were being treated, pampered, spoiled in the best ways possible. The little teddy that came out, or the coloring book that came out, or little snack packets that went out for them. At least let the parents know that they are seen. And if the kid is crying, that's okay. That's normal. That's expected. The crew, the staff, everybody was just so good with that. And a very stark difference from what you see here in North America or Western Europe, European airlines, to be very honest.